Hi everyone, this is Cal. I just wanted to have everybody watch a training video before they're allowed to submit cards. This is extremely important for people to watch. Please pay attention while I'm talking about this. It'll only take a minute or two. Um, okay, so really the only thing we need to worry about is submitting cards and processing cards. So when you're submitting a card, it's extremely important that you enter stuff correctly. Uh, for those of you who do not know, there was an issue where people were not entering player names incorrectly, and we ended up with, say you have a player named like DJ Law. One person may have entered DJ Law like that. One person may have entered it this way. And now, if we go to search for a card, and edit a card, and we do DJ Law, we're not going to find the card that has the periods there. See? So it's super important that when you enter a card, you make sure that if you're doing, say, DJ Law here, you don't just do like that. Because it doesn't match the card, and people won't be able to find it when they're trying to search for cards. On that same note, please do not enter names in all lowercase like this, because case matters. Please make sure that when you're entering it, it is exactly as it appears on the card. It may take a little bit longer to do, but it's hugely important that we do this correctly. So when you're submitting a card, you'll enter your username in here. You'll enter a player name, and the one I'm doing here is Tom Brady. Just make sure there's no trailing white space at the end. It ends in a Y. There's nothing at the beginning. And then that's all you have to worry about. Your username here doesn't even really matter. It's just the player name is super important. And then you'll put the card in there and you'll submit. The big issue that you'll see, so we have Tom Brady in here. Right now there is one. This is our database here. If you're in here and you're in this final one, please do not use enter to enter the cards. Because what I've seen is that people are hitting enter to enter cards and submit them, and they'll hit it a few times and be like, oh, why didn't anything show up? But now we have two cards in here, see? And I'll do it again just so you know. It's because I'm hitting enter twice, and if you hit enter, it gets rid of this. So you don't see the pop-up, and now we're going to have four cards. See? So you really need to just hit the submit button, wait for the website to load, and then, don't leave this open if you need to step away for a second. It's really easy to just be like, oh man, because people are saying, I don't remember if I submitted, shoot. Well, if that's the case, I mean, you shouldn't get to that point in the first place. Just submit your card. If you have to step away for a second, go back to the home page, hit the submit a card button, and then if you really have a question you don't remember at all, you can always ask me. I can check to see if you submitted the card first. And if you didn't, you can enter it then. Another way of checking is just go into edit card and search for the card. And if it shows up, it's there, right? So, just please be really careful, because if we have duplicate cards, then it screws up the whole database. And with just under 700 cards submitted, it took me close to 24 total hours, not like a day. It was a span of 4 days where I was spending all of my free time outside of work, outside of sleep, staying up very late, trying to fix the database, really. And I really don't want to have to do that again, especially with newer cards being added. So the real big points that I want people to get here is please enter the player names correctly. and do not use enter to submit your cards. Just click the button and wait for it to tell you whether or not it's submitted. It's only a second. It's pretty responsive. Just those two things, player name and don't use enters to submit cards. And if you have any issues, use edit a card to search for the card. If you still need help, please feel free to call me or message me on Discord. I'm much happier to answer any question that you might have rather than try to fix a database for what would probably end up being weeks if this ever happens again. Please just really be careful. Thank you for watching.